5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll pre-show.
Coming up next, the start of spring brings a new wave of dangerous insects that threaten Pennsylvania.
Our concern for the future is they come at the time as adults when we are the most vulnerable.
Plus, life-saving medication is now available free at a local treatment center.
I just hope that we can see, number one, less overdose deaths. That would be the ultimate goal.
And as we head into Easter weekend, meet a craftsman whose colorful creations are in high demand in the State College area. The Center County Report starts now.
Rolling open. Coming out to 5. Get ready to cue Reagan.
Good afternoon, I'm Reagan Phillips. And I'm Caroline Quick. Thanks for joining us for the Center County Report.
Take 6.
Our top story, Pennsylvania's primary and general elections are fast approaching, and there are two new key court rulings that will affect voters. Reporter Jessica Heisey is live in our newsroom with the story. Jess?
Take Jess.
That's right, Caroline. The first has to do with Pennsylvania's requirement that voters put accurate handwritten dates on the outside envelopes of their mail-in ballots.
Take Vio.
A federal appeals court has ruled that requirement does not violate civil rights law.
Abby, make sure that Reagan isn't moving much when Caroline's speaking,
Mistakes by
because you could
voters
hear
on
her
those
chair
envelopes
squeak
caused
and
thousands of votes to be
bracelets.
declared invalid
Because
in the
Caroline's mic is so
2022
low on her.
election. The total number is a small fraction of the state's voters, but the ruling puts extra attention on Pennsylvania's procedures in an important election year. Republicans call it a win for election integrity. The ACLU says it means thousands of votes won't be counted over what it calls a meaningless error.
Wipe Vio.
Meantime, the state Supreme Court has ruled Democratic U.S. Senator Bob Casey and Republican challenger David McCormick will be the only eligible names on the ballot for the Senate race in Pennsylvania's primary election. The ruling wrapped up the third of 3 successful court challenges to the paperwork of 3 relatively unknown candidates.
Take
The
Jess.
primary election is set for April 23rd. Live in the newsroom, I'm Jessica Heisey. Back to you.
Cue Reagan.
Thanks, Jessica. Now the latest on a Baltimore bridge
Very nice,
disaster.
Jess.
Authorities are shifting their efforts to clearing the wreckage.
Take Vio.
Maryland just got approval for $60 million in emergency federal funding to start the work. Massive barges carrying cranes are on the way to begin the work of removing metal and concrete to open the harbor. A ship crashed into the bridge this week and it collapsed. 2 bodies have been found and 4 others are still missing.
Cue Caroline.
Medication to reverse opioid overdoses is now available through a local treatment center.
Take Vio.
Applegate Recovery and State College has been named a recognized entity by the Pennsylvania Overdose Prevention Program. That means the center can now provide naloxone, also known as Narcan, and testing strips free of charge to the public.
Take Sot.
I just hope that we
Good
can
catch.
see, number one, less overdose deaths. That would be the ultimate goal, right? Like keeping people alive. So I'm so happy about where the state is headed and the county and just locally, that we are headed into a place where this is accessible. There is less stigma.
Take
All
Caroline.
municipal police departments, the Center County Sheriff's Department, and EMS departments in Center County are equipped with naloxone.
Take
As our
Reagan.
weather starts to get warmer, a dangerous
Yeah, she should
invasive
be.
pest will get more active across Pennsylvania. Spotted lanternfly eggs will start to hatch, and that's bad news for center, businesses, and the environment. Tyler Gallagher reports.
Happy
Take
Valley
package.
Winery is one of 4 wineries in the State College area. Owner
Nice
Barbara
job,
Chris
guys.
says
Keep it up.
her land has become a
Center.
target for the spotted lanternfly since last spring.
Yeah,
I
Jessica
think we
can,
killed
leave the
about,
newsroom.
Yeah.
2 dozen, so there's
Sorry.
probably at least another 2 dozen that we didn't see.
The colorful but invasive insects arrived from Asia to the U.S. 10 years ago. Since then, they've spread across Pennsylvania and become a serious threat to the state's agriculture industry.
Our concern for the future is they come at the time as adults when we are the most vulnerable. It's at our harvest time, and there are no insecticides, chemicals, pesticides that we could use that would allow us to get in quickly and harvest.
Lanternflies feed on native North American plants, including those important to our state's economy, like grapevines, maple trees, black walnut, birch, and willows. Ann Johnson from Penn State's
just
Department
gonna
of
watch, like,
Entomology
the
says
start
adult
and back time,
lanternflies
but-
typically prefer to snack on trees.
So like
Yeah,
if you
I thought
have
so.
spotted lanternfly
it kind of weakens the trees, and then again, other diseases can
It's
come in,
almost
and
like
then
It's counting the day.
it's a day
Yeah.
off.
young or weak already, then sometimes they can die.
The bugs have put a major
About
financial
30
strain
seconds
on
left in
certain
the
businesses.
package.
A 2019 Penn State study estimates the
today,
land
Coming back
project
out to
costs
Reagan
the
on
state
four.
more than $320 million every
Oh,
year,
wait.
if not
Start
in
date.
full. But there are ways to stop the
28,
lantern flies
29.
from spreading.
That's what happened.
And Johnson says
Start
everyone must
date
do their
times
part.
28.
Well,
Report online,
can
just so that we
Yeah.
know where they're spreading to.
Done.
And then if you see them, squish it.
Oh,
You're
it's
going to want
gotta-
to try and get rid of it.
In State
Get
College,
ready to-
I'm Tyler Gallagher for the Center County Report.
Take
Center
Reagan.
County is among
Let's see if
51
this-
counties under a state-imposed lanternfly
Boom,
quarantine.
there we go. Nicely
You see
done.
one, kill it,
Shot.
and report
Hey,
to
that was a
the
good
State
experiment
Ag
to see if that would
Like
update.
actually updated.
Take
It's
Caroline.
just 10 days until a total solar eclipse will cross northwestern Pennsylvania. Reporter Eric Morris talked with an astronomy professor about the big event.
Take
When
package.
people see it on a clear day, it can be life-changing.
We're now just
Package
a
is
week
about
and
a
a
minute
half away
15.
from a total solar eclipse crossing Pennsylvania. And experts say this is a chance to see history.
If you do get to see totality, you will see the kinds of things that taught astronomers 100 years ago so much of what we know today.
What about safety?
Nothing particularly dangerous happens during a total solar eclipse. Use your common sense when it comes to looking at the sun. If you stare right at the sun, it's going to be too bright and you're going to hurt your eyes.
You may be at a friend's house or relatives. You may even be down here at Medler Field at Lebrano Park. But to make sure that you enjoy the day and stay safe, make sure that you and everyone else you know brings their shades.
If you're in the path of totality and the moon totally covers the sun, take the glasses off because you won't see anything. When the moon is covering the sun, you can look straight at it with your naked eyes and look at the corona and enjoy the spectacle.
But before or after that moment, you do need those special glasses. Here in Center County, the eclipse will begin at 2:04 p.m. and reach its maximum 95% coverage at 3:20, with an ending time at 4:32 p.m.
Get ready to cue
In
Caroline.
State College, I'm Eric Morris for the Center County Report.
Cue Caroline.
We'll bring you a special live report on the eclipse as it happens on Monday, April 8th on our Center County Report YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Cue
It's
Reagan.
Easter weekend, and that means lots of eggs and treats for the kids. But a State College neighborhood also has some big eggs in residents' yards, thanks to a talented craftsman. I had a chance to meet with Chris Musser to see how he's making nature's sign.
Take package.
Chris Musser lives in State College
Perfect.
along a walking trail
Guys,
decorated
killing
with
it. Keep it
colorful
on the
Easter eggs
Tuesday
at
box
this
on.
time of year. 5 years ago, the 79-year-old embarked on a creative journey of carving and painting big wooden eggs. His craft ignited widespread interest among his neighbors and a new business opportunity. His plan was just to give people something to look at on their evening stroll through the park. He had no idea he could be such a special part of so many families' Easter season.
Well, the inspiration, as I said before, was when I had made the 4 or 5 years ago for my wife, and she put them out in the park. It's a walking path, so everybody looked. They all wanted them, so I just started making them, and I think I'm between 250 and 300 right now.
Musser's neighbor Jess Myrick says she and her kids spotted the eggs around the neighborhood and they wanted some of their own.
And they're unique. You can't go buy them at Home Depot necessarily. So I think because lots of people have them and they're these really nice pieces of art and they'll last forever, that's why a lot of people want them.
Musser said the word spread quickly,
About 30
especially in the
seconds
Fox
left.
Point neighborhood, where there are only a handful of houses that don't have the well-known lawn decor. He can't paint as fast at the rate of the demand.
If I could make them faster, I could sell. Well, I had 60 in here 2 weeks ago, and I sold them all by 1 o'clock that day. But if I'd have had 100, I could have sold them.
The handcrafted eggs sell for $70.
About 10
he
seconds.
says the price may go up next year because of the price of wood. Yes, inflation is even hitting the Easter egg business. In
Get ready to
Ferguson
cue
Township,
Reagan.
I'm Regan Phillips for the Center County Report.
And cue
If
Reagan.
you're interested in getting your own yard eggs, you can reach out to Chris at 814-360-8847.
And cue
And the
Caroline.
Easter Bunny will be hopping his way around Center County this weekend.
Take full
Tomorrow
screen.
features lots of egg hunts around the area. The State College Alliance Church and Blue Course Community Church will host an event at Blue Course at 11 a.m. Later, there are 3 more egg hunts at Fairbrook UMC and State College, in Bellefonte at Talleyrand Park, and in Walker Township Park. All 3 events will start at 1 p.m. And the C3 Sports Dome in State College will also host an egg hunt. Registration is available online, and there are over 10,000 eggs to find.
Take 5.
How's our Easter weekend weather looking? We check the forecast next.
And a local farmers market expands to a physical storefront. Also,
Take VO.
coming up, we take you to the playoffs for a less traditional sport on Penn State's campus, where the winners
Get ready to
take
roll
home
commercial
$10,000.
in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Cue Caroline for reopen. And cue
Girls
Caroline.
wrestling is rising in popularity in our area, but another surprising sport is taking over too. Reporter Marie Moyer met with Penn State's esports team, gaining traction within the gaming community one level at a time.
Take package.
Everyone loves some healthy competition. Athletes donning their cleats and leaving it all out on the field. But in this case, players are trading in their cleats for controllers. 8 teams from all across the country gathered here on Sunday for the 2nd annual Penn State Esports Nittany Invitational, an Esports U event.
About a
Brandon
minute
Moore was
in the
part of the
package.
action.
We just have fun. I mean, there's some teams that, they're super serious. We're not like that. We just have fun.
I'm gonna take one of these kids on the Madden, see what I can do.
The day was split up into 2 competitions. Rocket League, a game of soccer with rocket-powered cars instead of players, and Overwatch, a team-based first-person shooter game. The most prominent contestants battled it out on stage, while other teams competed on the sidelines.
Thanks to the success of last year's tournament, the Penn State Esports Club has moved on to bigger and better events. This year, the amount of colleges participating has grown from 5 to 9. The prize pool has updated from 4,000 to 10,000, and instead of being in Alumni Hall, it's now in the BJC.
Christian Wasta helped kickstart this
About
game
30 seconds left.
It's growing, and it's going to be like a mainstream thing in the future as video games always improve. There's always new games coming out.
Wrapping up the night, Akron University's blue team won the Rocket League tournament, and Miami University
Get
of
ready to
Ohio
cue
won
Caroline.
the Overwatch competition. The team's taking home a trophy and a majority of the $10,000 prize pool. In University Park, I'm Marie Moyer.
And cue
For
Caroline.
updates on future events, you can check out Penn State Esports on X, formerly known as Twitter.
And cue
The
Reagan.
Nittany Mall is adding a new tenant. A local farmers
Take
market
VO.
is expanding their online store to a new storefront in the mall. The Center Market storefront's grand opening is planned for next Wednesday inside entrance B. Free samples and refreshments will be available, and you can meet the farmers and producers who sell through the market.
And take weather.
Happy Friday, and nothing better to see on a Friday than this view on our live camera here at Beaver Stadium. You can see barely any clouds in the sky, and the few that are there are just the nice little fluffy clouds, if you will. The temperature is 46 degrees out there right now, but the sun beating down. It probably feels a bit warmer than that as well. So a nice day today. We do have some rain that'll return tomorrow in the afternoon into the evening hours, but we'll dry things out for Easter. I'm forecasting an excellent Easter on Sunday, and then April showers starting early and rain continuing through to the beginning of next week, and I'll time that out coming up. Temperatures out there right now are in the upper 40s now. For many of us, we're already up into the 50s in the capital city. Philly as well. We're still in the 30s in the northern tier for the cool northwesterly breeze, and we'll get up to about actually what's considered average for today. The normal high for today, March 29th in State College, is 51 degrees, and the normal low is 33. So we're sitting right about average right now in terms of temperatures. Folks, today is going to be a winner of a day. Pretty much a clear sky through to the evening hours. We do have a few high clouds that stream in over the course of the night tonight. And then tomorrow when you wake up in the morning, that's when the clouds will gradually begin to thicken a little bit more before we have showers that arrive on our doorstep around 2, 3 o'clock or so. So you'll begin to see those showers in the early afternoon. They'll continue with some isolated downpours through to the evening hours before gradually beginning to dry things out. The rain will go away, but the clouds will certainly stick around through to your Easter Sunday as well. And when we step through the Futurecast, we stay dry through Easter Sunday. Great for any Easter egg hunts or any other plans you may have, before we get another disturbance that returns on Monday, and we get some rain really through Monday, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday as well. So today here at State College, a nice day, all things considered. A high of 52, sunny, Some gusty winds may be possible, especially in the afternoon hours, so we'll have to watch out for that. This evening, here in central Pennsylvania, lows around the freezing mark or slightly above for some of us. Mostly clear skies, and those gusty winds will continue. And then tomorrow is a little unsettled. Clouds in the morning, and then showers begin in the afternoon hours. Not the best for some of those Easter egg hunts that are taking place tomorrow that we mentioned a little bit earlier on in the newscast.
15.
Highs will climb into the middle 50s. So for your Easter Sunday here, you can see I think a high of 61. Mostly cloudy skies. A really nice day, all things considered. But you won't see the sun, and that's the bad news. Take a look at the rest of the 7-day forecast here. You can see Easter Sunday is the warmest of our days that we have on tap, and then a disturbance returns for the beginning of next week. Rain and unsettled conditions with temperatures only climbing into the upper 40s for the beginning of next week. So you have to take the warmth on Easter while you can get it.
I am so ready for some warmer weather.
I'm just hoping for a sunny Easter Sunday. Groundhog Day was almost 2 months ago, but Punxsutawney Phil is back in the news. He and his groundhog wife Phyllis are new parents. The group that handles Phil says Phyllis just gave birth to 2 healthy babies.
Get ready to cue
They
Sam.
all live in a climate-controlled area at the local library. Now, here's Sam with sports.
And take Sam.
Thanks, Ray. Coming up in sports, plans are underway for a new temporary Penn State sports practice facility, the Colby Moss. We'll tell you about that when we check in with the Nittany Lion football team as spring practices roll on. That and more next.
Roll commercial in 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling reopen. Get ready to cue Sam. And cue Sam.
I'm Sam Kirk with sports. Lady Lions aren't quite done with their season. They're making a
Emily,
push
we're
to
in
be
the sports block.
WBIT champions.
Take VO.
Following 2 straight comebacks at home, Penn State continued its late game success last night against Mississippi State. The Lions outscored the Bulldogs in the second half to book their ticket to the tournament semifinals in Indianapolis next week with a 92-87 win. McKenna Marisa made the most out of her last appearance in the Bryce Jordan Center, leading her team with 22 points. Marisa Owosum-Campbell paved the way for late-game dominance, combining for 56 points. Despite a hard-fought battle by Mississippi State, Penn State's late-game heroics secured a thrilling win.
Take shot.
Game was locked in. We even kept our composure there at the end, so really proud of our team. Excited that we got to send those seniors out with their last game and the BJC being a W. So thanks everybody for coming. The crowd was great energy, and really appreciate y'all for coming on. Thank you.
And cue Sam.
Spring practice continues for Penn State football as we head toward the upcoming blue and white game.
Take VO.
We caught up with this week. 2 weeks from tomorrow, the Lions will have their final of 15 spring practices. Coach James Franklin says no major decisions are going to come strictly from the spring.
Take shot.
There's going to be no decisions made now. Like, I think guys are going to want to know where they're at the end of the spring. You know, there's so many things that are going to change between now and the first game.
Take Sam.
The blue and white game is Saturday, April 13th at Beaver Stadium.
Change monitor.
Penn State Wrestling is once again celebrating a national championship. Reporter Kendall Scoletti has the story.
Take
The
package.
Penn State Wrestling dynasty rolls on as the team captured its 11th national championship title under head coach Cale Sanderson last weekend.
They on standby for the live shot.
The championship with
I just told her we're in the wrestling
172
package, so
points, finishing a remarkable 100
About a minute and a
points
half
ahead
until
of second place
it's
Cornell.
up.
So many years I've sat and begged my dad to stay so he could see the Penn State guys and see all the trophies and see him get the team title, and so to be a part of it and to be a part of the best team and have the best coaches and the best teammates in literally the world.
4 seconds over, so we're perfect.
Overwhelming gratitude.
Penn State marked a significant milestone with the emergence of 2 four-time NCAA champions, Carter Starachi and Aaron Brooks.
I think winning a team title individually is cool, but when you win as a team, I mean, it's just there's no better feeling than that. You know what I mean? This is I don't know. It's just awesome to be a part of.
The Lions also saw the crowning of 2 new NCAA champions, Greg Kirkley and Levi Haynes.
Losing last year made one of the best things ever happened to me. In the moment, I wasn't like that.
About 30 seconds left in the package.
30 seconds left in the
I think I'm just more proud of this year because I went out
Coming back to
and
Sam for the tag.
I wasn't worried about
And
losing.
then we're getting into the live shot.
That just means a lot more to me.
Since Cale Sanderson became head coach, Penn State has added 38 national champions to their tally.
now 59 in total. I'm
Get ready to cue
for
Sam.
the Center County Report.
And cue Sam.
After the tournament, four-time
Stand by.
champion Aaron Brooks was also named this year's NCAA Most Dominant Wrestler, as well as the championship's Outstanding Wrestler. Penn State Athletics has approved to get the ball rolling on a new sports complex addition.
Take live monitor.
Emily McGlynn is live near Jeffrey Field, where the complex will be built. Emily?
Take Emily live.
Yeah, Sam, the structure you just talked about is going right behind me on University Drive, where lots of people park and tailgate for football games. And one of the interesting things about this project is it can be constructed and disassembled at any time. The project manager says it'll be operational for roughly 6 months out of the year. It'll provide more indoor practice space for sports like soccer, lacrosse, and even the cheerleading team.
Take shot.
So I think having an additional multi-sport or Haluba-esque facility would be extremely helpful, just because neither of those spaces are super big or honestly really available that much. So having an additional place to practice would make scheduling a lot easier.
And take Emily live.
Jordan Westbrook, the woman you just saw on your screen, also said this complex has been needed for a while because the existing space are in such high demand. The project is expected to cost $9.8 million. Season ticket holders were reportedly notified about this change. Live in University Park, I'm Emily McGlynn for the Center County Port. Back to you, Sam.
Thanks, Emily. That's all for sports.
Very nice job, Emily.
That's definitely an exciting
Look at her. Thanks, Sam. Coming up next, it's known as one of the top 5
Take
largest
VO.
student-run music festivals in the country. And Penn State just
Yeah, I already talked
announced
to
the lineup for Moving On. We have the details for you next.
Go to commercial in 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cue Reagan.
One of the most popular concerts of the year rolls into State College this weekend.
Take VO.
Canadian rapper and 5-time Grammy winner Drake, along with Lil Wayne, will be at the Bryce Jordan Center on Sunday. The concert is part of Drake's It's All a Blur, big as the what? Tour. For back in 2011. Doors open Sunday at 6:45 p.m.
Cue
And
Caroline.
Penn State's Moving On Music Festival is set for April 26th. Just a few minutes ago, the festival announced this year's performers. They are Dayglow, Sexy Red, Freddie Gibbs, and the 502s. Admission is free for Penn State students. The festival will be held at the IM Fields on the University Park campus.
Take 5.
Wow, Sexy Red must really like Penn State. She was here previous in the beginning of the year, and now she wants to come back. That's all for today's newscast. We'll hope you'll join us next Friday for another local news update.
But you can follow us anytime.
Why don't you guys go out at 28:30?
X, and you can see our stories on our Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube, and on our website. Have a great afternoon.
That way we're kind of on a 20-second.
Roll commercial.
Nice.